Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. And leading the
him today, the things every quarterback is looking to do. Lead his team to a victory. It doesn't matter whether he's throwing it, running it, handing it off, however he has to do it, as well as exhibiting some leadership, that's what he's trying to accomplish.
They'll run on first down. Mathis. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that. Be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense. Because someone
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
The outlaw.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right here.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
On the double. X3. 218. Chop. Spine.
To throw on 3rd down. Tillman. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. A gain of 13 and also a first down. After getting a turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Looking to throw on second down. Tillman, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful to get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And the Ravens taking the field. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no point.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer in one corner and a defensive player of the year in the other, and they just locked people down.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now they'll run on the ball. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A rough go there on third down, a loss of 4.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right to the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible with something a little more advantageous.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And 3 yards there takes them to the 45.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, at these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. And if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking them for that much space to run through.
On first down, Tillman. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pick up there at 22.
I don't care who you put on him. He's He's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Off the play fake. Tillman. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle. And not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Interception for him now here in this first half. Charles, how much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sideline. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop him a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, we saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the middle linebackers reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jefferson. And this one complete to Smith. They get 11 back on that one at least. To 3rd down. And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing this team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions to start this thing. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. This is taken at the 10. Fights him off. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Orbit, look at me. Zipper. 14. Go. From
the gun, Tillman. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack there by Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. Third and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. But the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
And let's see, the Bucs with 6 DBs, so a dime set here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jefferson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play. I mean, officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Pulled in at the 24. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Walker now throwing on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic
just athletic. This is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a give, right side. Blair. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
And this offense back to needing 10 yards after the false start. 3rd and 10. Off-play action. Jefferson. He's got Evans. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give them 17 on that pickup. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll try the left side. It's Blair. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play call to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. We're scoreless after 1. To throw on 2nd down. Jefferson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a ball for the punt team here on 4th down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Ravens send their punter out now. He's been terrific so far. too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And the Ravens defense, they get ready, and they trot back out onto the field. And we watch now how effective they've been, how disruptive they've been in the backfield.
And what's been so difficult for the offense is that you know that they spent all week rehearsing these things, working on blitz pickups, protections, knowing where the pressure is likely to come from. They've read the scouting reports. They've watched the tape. But sometimes, under pressure, that coordination breaks down, and I think that's what we're seeing here.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
He's not going to get me.
To throw is Walker. Throwing again. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Line of scrimmage to 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Walker. From the gun, he'll throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack on 1st down, Walker flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Walker throwing on 3rd and long. And an alley to run. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Oh, and what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked out and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right.
And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
Well, it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. After the safety from the 20s, they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. On the return is Williams.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series so those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. Off the play fake. Tillman. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first.
They all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Set, ready, 8 Mikey Gator. I got you. I got you.
Throwing on first down. Tillman. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled. Many teams, as soon as they spot man defense, if they haven't called a hitch, they'll get to it as fast as they can. They want to put the ball in the hands of one of their best playmakers and hope that he can break a tackle on the outside and go for big yardage.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for second down. Looking to throw on second down. Jefferson. That's caught. It's Eli Rogers. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on third and long. Jefferson. He completes it to Evans. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 21 yards there on third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
8 yards on the run there, and that trims it to a 3rd and 11 coming up. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will jump out in front here with a very unusual scoreline of 3-2. So I guess we'll call this a pitcher's duel so far. I think that was a 3-run homer there, and it makes it a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah, what inning are we in? It's not the most dominant scorelines, but it's pretty indicative of the fact that we're in for a tight one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Here's Walker off the play fake. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Now the try here for the extra point. And he puts it through to extend this thing to a 10-2 ball game. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretary lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Timing is everything, and they work on this stuff all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On 2nd and 7, Walker. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
And that is caught by Jackson for a Buccaneer touchdown. In for the score, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
You know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had to hold it back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go along there, I'll hold you, and it worked really well for them.
Extra point splits the uprights, and this is now a 1-point game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And he's had his chances in this game. He just hasn't been able to find any daylight so far.
Patience, patience, patience. And that's the hard part for a runner because they expect every run to be a big one for something to pop. So they have to sometimes go through the struggles before it happens for them later in the game. But you got to give credit to the rest of the team. They've worked around the fact that he hasn't had his normal big game.
Yeah, despite his struggle, still winning here in the second quarter. A pretty good-looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
To throw on 2nd down, Jefferson. And this is caught by Evans. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. They'll try the left side. Blair. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught inside the 25. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
On 1st and 10, Jefferson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The veteran Morgan Burnett there on the coverage. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off play action. Jefferson. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And they'll have the football, but deep in their own territory as he's brought down at the 5.
And that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one's kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try to mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
First down, Walker escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Back to throw. Walker. And he will find his man on the in route. Complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Clock running. The Bucs try to go quickly and get set. To throw again on second down. Walker looking for his running back, and he's got it. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on second down, and that leads to a tough third down call. Looking to throw. Walker. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Final 17 seconds of the half here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, baby! Yeah!
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome in, everyone, to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has the look of a game that could very well go down to the wire. Just 1 point separating these two clubs at the break. But they're ready for the second half, and we are too. As we'll kick it right back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44, and they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Looking to throw on second down. Jefferson, complete. Smith has it. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
And that was a safety that came through and made the play, but there's no doubt in my mind he hits like a linebacker. We see a lot of that in today's NFL, brother.
And that time we do indeed a big hit for a loss. On third down, Jefferson letting one go deep for the end zone. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, cover the long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead goes to 4. It's 13-9.
So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points. And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the toe.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Walker steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
26 yards on the play there. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time, not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blair. Gets through, and now an opening. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. That end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Finds his target, it's Evans. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. From a yard out, as the Ravens push further out in front. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
They'll go in for 2. They'll kick the point after. Pushes the lead up to 11. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And Thomas has it. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman. Then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then gets in with the Eagles. And I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down now, Mathis. He takes this from the 30 to the 34. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, Jefferson. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a first.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that
get deeper in the game.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Not at all what they envisioned on third down, 3 yards in the wrong direction.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, this is third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think...
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. 2nd and 15. He's going to loft one deep left side. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the fourth quarter. That one a gain of 20 in a first down.
That was a nice strong run by the guy they call the field general.
Walker now on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Another try after the first down sack. Walker. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down, makes it manageable.
And he lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Slipping into the backfield for the sack was Oren Burks.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Throwing on first down, Jefferson. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down, it's Blair, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stop the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow him down.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. We end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
Oh, there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Walker looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Reed. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Walker, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Ravens have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. On first down, Blair. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on
This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. And the stats on the screen tell the story. A great start. This defense, they made some good adjustments, though. He's fallen off since.
Have to like what they did at the half, but you also have to like the fact that they hung in there. Despite the fact they had a tough first half, he was locked in, right? Rocking and rolling. They came out, made their adjustments, got their confidence back. Now they're causing them all sorts of trouble.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Walker, operating from the gun. And he whips that one incomplete there. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Sometimes guys get locked into such a groove. What do we call it? The game slowing down. They see everything happening almost in slow motion. They see the lanes develop. I feel like he's right there.
Well, and you want this from your leader, right? With this deficit, this stage of the game, second half, no quitting him.
Zero.
Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now Walker from the gun. He'll throw. It's caught by Jackson. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Walker, and he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Jake Ryan able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
And he's going to go down again. Jake Ryan in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense. 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Walker throwing on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blair. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Now a give, right side. Blair. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. Looking to throw. Jefferson. The open man is Smith. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 31-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something, and they did in this one. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. So celebration down on the field for a good, hard-fought victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that would be their last points of the game?
No, I mean, what a second half, the adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they plan to do going in,